It's your second chance in Mexico, no? How are you feeling? It's a good match. It's your first time, the second time here. You think you can win this tournament this year because you have more experience?
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought it was a very good match for me today. I felt I played very well. Obviously, it was very close last year, losing in the finals. Would love to go a little one step further this year, but I think it's too tough to just look at it as just to win the tournament. I mean, in the back of my mind, that's definitely my goal and my belief, but to get there, it's just really about taking one match at a time. So, last year was a fantastic tournament. I'd love to be able to do that again, be in the finals, playing for the title, and taking it home. But it's a new year. It's different matches, different conditions. So it's really about just focusing each match. And I thought I did a great job starting things out this year.
Kevin, you came as a wild card. What happened? What can you tell us about that?
It was honestly just a really terrible mix-up in just my looking at my entries for the schedule, and I was very lucky that I was able to receive a wild card for the event. Otherwise, it would have been maybe in the qualifying getting through. So it's never happened before, and hopefully it'll never happen again.
I want to ask you the last word I can. How was to play two finals, almost next one after one, and if you want to do that again this year?
Just one more time, sorry.
You play two finals the last year. Even you can,
if you want to do that,
have a break
this year.
Do you like to have that experience? How was it the last year?
I think if I'm understanding you right, last year was great having making finals of Delray Beach and then coming here and being in the finals of singles and doubles. There was a lot of tennis. There was a lot of late matches. It's a great week. It was very disappointing losing in the finals. It was a tough loss, but I definitely have great memories, and I'm very happy to be back. It's a great tournament. Such a great location, and definitely got here a little bit earlier than I did last year. I had a few days to prepare, so I'm feeling good.
Talking about the match, Dusty is a pretty tough rival, right? And you look pretty amazing. What can you tell us about the match?
I think when I'm playing matches where I'm serving well and taking care of my serve games and finding a way to get into my opponents, their serve games, making a lot of returns, I guess when I'm playing my best tennis. And today, I felt I was able to take care of my serve games with some good serving, some good being aggressive, and I was just really patient. And I felt I was giving myself an opportunity almost on every single one of his serve games. Felt like I was making a lot of returns. He mixes it up the pace quite a bit, but I felt I was ready for that when he was kicking it up. I mean, being taller as well makes it a bit easier. He wasn't really able to get it too far off my strike zone, and from the back, I really enjoy the way the court plays. It's a little slow, it's higher bouncing. I felt I was moving very well today. I just felt I had time, and whenever you have that feeling, it becomes much easier to play good tennis.
Do you think Mexico or Acapulco's weather and conditions are an advantage for your game?
Most definitely. I think that if I had to describe the ideal conditions, it would be pretty close actually to this. It's warm, it's humid, the balls are getting up, it's high bouncing, the ball doesn't shoot through so much, there's a bit more time. I feel very comfortable playing in these conditions and in these courts.
What means to you be in the central court since the first game?
I'm sorry?
What means to you being in the central court?
Yeah, it's anytime you're on center court, it's great. I thought it's a great atmosphere. As I said, a lot of memories there from last year, playing out there a few times. Some very close matches in the finals, being out there very late at night. So it was nice to be out there, and it was also nice to have a little bit of an easier, quicker match tonight.
Kevin, hi. Remember me?
Hi there.
How are you? I have a question for you. What happened? How do you feel last year after playing the final and the doubles final, and we end the day at 4 a.m. last year at the last day? So how do you feel? Did you do well?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It was a little bit of a consolation, I think, winning the doubles. That was nice, taking home. I think it was my first doubles title, and the singles was very difficult. I think I gave myself some good chances to get through, and obviously losing 7-6 in the third set is always a tough one to swallow. But it was very late at night. I remember the next morning was nice. My wife and I, we took out some jet skis, sort of took my mind off a little bit. I actually ended up having a pretty good week out in Indian Wells as well. So it was I think I just learned from the experience. I had another tough match with Gregor later on in the year. Didn't make things any easier, but I must say, as tough as it was, thinking back at it, definitely have more good memories than bad ones.
Yeah. Sí. Últimas, por favor.
Thank you. It's not common to see an African player in Atotech. Talk me about the development of the tennis in your country.
Yeah, it's true. I think tennis is maybe experiencing a bit of a tougher time, especially in Africa. I felt when I was growing up there was a few people with the potential to go through and make it. I mean, it's always tough if you looked at any country. Only a few people make it through, to top 100. Fortunately, I was able to climb those obstacles and hurdles that a lot of people, I think, in Africa face. There's not the same structure, support as in Europe. You have to travel a lot more. And I feel that makes it very difficult. You're not growing up and practicing each day, surrounding yourself with other top tennis players like people are in Europe, South America, a little, more so than definitely Africa. So, I mean, it's not easy. I just find myself in South Africa, which is, I think, has more opportunities than many other African countries. Just very few people to practice with, very expensive to travel outside to Europe. So, it's going to be tough. I think it'll take quite a few more years, hopefully to turn that trend around.
Última pregunta, ¿alguien? Sí.
What do you think about Oscar Pistorius? It's a star in the world, we know his career. What do you think about it? Affect the image of South Africa, the Africa sport?
Yeah, I think of course. Obviously it was a huge event. I mean, especially in South Africa, and somebody who was, I think, looked up to a lot. I was out the country, following the trial a lot, so it was quite difficult to really get a sense of what was going on. I mean, obviously a very, very unfortunate, incident, what happened, and definitely not the way anybody would have liked to see what happened, especially after all the success that he had.